Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now, the chat is broken. Yes, they broke the chat. So basically, there is a bug going around. Now, hopefully, by the time this video is released, Wargaming should have fixed this bug, but it's very frustrating. I personally haven't experienced it, but yeah, I can see a lot of people have been experiencing this little bug. Basically, it's a load of trolls that are going around in a platoon, and there's a thing they write in the chat, as you can see now, and it's very specific, and it will lag you out, as you can see. So what people have basically been doing is getting in a platoon, and one of them will be just spamming this this sentence, whatever it is, and the other will just be farming damage. Now, we've seen some replays with the zero, the whole team and the whole enemy team have got 0, and they've got like 14,000 damage. So they are using it to spam. I mean, what's the point? What is the point? Yeah, it's good getting 14k damage, but what are you going to get from it? You're going to turn around and say, like, gloat about it, like, yeah, my highest ever damage is 14,000 or 15,000. It counts as nothing. You got it because you cheated. Of course, there is a way around this. Turn off the chat. All you need to do is turn off the chat, and that is one way round this little bug here. But hopefully, Wargaming, I know they were onto it, and they have actually said that they've fixed it now. So if you experience, or if you have experienced this, all I would recommend is showing or sending the replay to support and reporting the players that are actually doing this, because they will get some consequences, probably a chat ban, maybe probably a 3-day ban. I don't know, it'll probably be nothing, knowing Wargaming support. But yeah, I mean, this is why I'm adding this into this week's World of Dummies, because it's just it's ruining everyone's games. Again, I haven't experienced it, but I know a lot of people that have experienced it, and I've know a couple of guys that have gone into training rooms just to test it, and yeah, it does work. But of course, if you do turn off your chat, then you're not seeing the chat, so you're not getting lagged out at all. So it's more funny when these guys are spamming this and it doesn't go their way, which we're going to see the next game. So we're going to see 2 battles with this, and both battles, the person that I got the replay from actually had a very good game. It doesn't stop you playing, but as you can see, it's just stop start, and yeah, that's if you're one of the lucky ones. Of course, some people end up proper lagging out and they have to go AFK, which we've seen a few people here, and of course what we're going to see it from the enemy team as well. So it's not just the green team, it's not just the person. It's both teams. It's both teams that lag out. So what these guys do, they're probably on voice together. One of them who's spamming, and the other person who's just farming damage. So the person farming damage has probably got his chat off, and they're probably communicating by other means. And that's where he's just trying to farm damage. In this occasion, it is the T-57, and we got the Sheridan that is trying to farm damage. But he doesn't farm as much damage as he'd hoped. And it's kind of funny because it's Ernest, I think, from APA. Obviously, he's not in APA clan. They're all known for being trolls and cheats, because it's not the first time these guys have done it. I think they're banned. Some of them are banned from Blitzstars Hall of Fame. So because they cheat, they block people, and they just get the damage. So it is known for some of these people. And what you're going to get from it, like you're going to show 14k or 10k on your profile. When people look on your profile and it says your highest damage is 14k, it's almost impossible to get that damage. So if people look on your profile and they see 14k, they're already going to know that you are a cheater. So if you have tried this, I honestly wouldn't recommend doing it, because you will probably get some consequences. Again, I don't know what that will be. It might even be sock robber on Blitz Stars, banning you from Blitz Stars, so you can never have like a Hall of Fame on there, which he's done to a few people, especially these people that cheat to get the highest damage that they can possibly get. So our guy here, he's managed still, even though he's lagging, Venality, good friend of mine to the channel, been around a while, even though he's been lagging for the whole game, he still managed to farm up 4k damage. Now if I was him in this game, I know he wants to get as much damage as he can, because he's already got a decent amount of damage. I would have let that bat chat cap out in this kind of situation. I would have definitely let that bat chat cap out, because that's less damage for the Sheridan to be able to do. And yeah, I mean, the Sheridan's not going to end on the highest amount of damage, but again, if you do get into game, I don't think you will, but because I do think it's fixed, but if you do get into a game and people are doing this, the only advice, if you haven't got chat off and you are lagging, the only advice I would probably give to you is go for the person that is farming damage. Try to focus him, because the other guys are going to be lagging just as much as you are. So if you go for the person that is farming damage and he dies, usually the case then is they stop spamming, because there's no point in spamming, because he's already dead and there's no point. And you're going to see that this game, and you're even going to see that the next game. But our boy still managed to farm up 5k when he'd been lagging the whole game. It's pretty good. But you can see now the Sheridan is dead, and the other guy, the T57, has just stopped spamming, because there's no point. And then the rest of them can just carry on with their game. But of course, by this point, some people have already left the game, because they've quit the game because they've been lagging. They think it's their device, so they just quit. So even though they've stopped spamming, you may still find a few AFKs. And as you can see there, 6.7k damage. I mean, it's a good amount of damage, but is that a good amount of damage for cheating? Hell no, it's not. It's not. 6.5k. I mean, look at this. This is how much they've been cheating. 4k average damage. This guy is known to be a cheater when it comes to the damage. So this next game, we're going to see the exact same, and you can see the enemy platoon, the E100 and the T62. Now I actually think the Emil is the Emil 2 on the enemy team is part of these two. If not, then he's probably got his chat off anyway, so he's not been affected by this this bug. So as you can see, the same sentence is being spammed, and it's going to be the exact same outcome for the teams where they just completely lag. But this time you're going to see a lot of people just either give up, or they they've gone completely lagged. They've got completely lagged out. But fortunately sorry, for the green team here, a couple of them are not lagged out, and it just sort of skips every now and again, and that's what this does. So yeah, I mean, it's a stupid bug. I don't have a freaking clue how people find these bugs. Like, how would you find this bug? You don't just one day write what they're writing and then, look at this, it works. I've got no idea how it works, how people find it. But of course, wargaming are good. If you go onto the Discord server, so many people are complaining about this, and they were on it straight away. We messaged wargaming, and they said, thank you, we're aware of it, we are trying to resolve it. So you can see here, like the green team have not even managed to leave spawn. They're not even managed to leave spawn. A few people have given up, and the same for the red team, which you're going to see as well. So the T62 and the Emil are farming damage, whilst the E100 is just sitting there spamming this phrase. So yeah, at the moment it doesn't look too good. The 60 TP is here lagging. I mean, everyone's lagging. No one's got their chat off. You can see here the T57, his platoon mate, has completely lagged out. looks like he's completely lagged out at the moment, not able to move, but that does sort of adjust, and then he can sort of move. So he's just sitting there, and this is where people then start farming you while you're sitting there not able to do anything. That is when the people start farming you. And this game especially, you could see that the team are proper lagged out, apart from this guy in the yo who is able to move. There are a couple of people that are able to move, but of course they are still laggy for now. So we're going to watch this game because there's a minute and a half gone. No kills for the green team currently, but as I've said, if you do come into this, hopefully you won't, because it should have been fixed. Always try to go for the person that is farming damage. Don't go for the person that is spamming, because even if he's dead, he can still spam. So don't go for the person that is spamming, go for the person that is farming the damage, because as soon as that person is dead, there is literally no point in spamming this, unless the only way around that is if the person that was farming damage dies, he then starts spamming, and the person that was spamming before then starts farming damage. But then again, you just go for that person. Once they're both dead, 100% guaranteed they will stop spamming. Honestly, if one of them dies, if the person that is creating the damage or getting the damage, if he dies, I would say 90% of the time the spam will stop, because it's just no point. They're not going to sit there and spam all this for no reason. They're only spamming it for one reason, and one reason alone, and that is for their platoon mate or their friends to get as much damage as they can. So again, our guy in the yo, he comes back and he has such a brilliant game, considering he's been lagged out the whole game. But again, I like what he's doing. He knows that it's the T62 that is spamming. He's going to ignore that 268 there, because the 268 is lagged out. The E100 up there is still in spawn. He's not going to be no danger because he's spamming, and the whole idea now is to get rid of this T62, and he does that, and he's got him down, and now he dies. And of course, as soon as he dies, yeah, for now the E100 is spamming. He probably isn't even aware that the T62 is dead until now, and as soon as he is aware, he starts moving, and then the chat stops, the spam stops, because it's pointless. At this point, I was expecting the T62 to start spamming, but no, I think the T62 was just like, yeah, I ain't doing it to you, E100. You can do it to me, I ain't doing it to you. You'd think it would work like that, like they work as a team as such, but yeah, the T62's just died and then just left the E100 to it. It's just like, yeah, cheers dude, you're on your own now. And yeah, I mean, this yo, as I said, has a fantastic game. You can still see in a minute there's a T100 there that's been lagged out all game. He's finally going to come back to life, and you've got the object 268 there. That's just, even though the spam stopped, I think he's just quit the game because it was so laggy. There was no point playing. So don't quit the game, guys. Just keep going, and it will get better. And of course, you can see the end result here, and it was a victory to the green team. After all that cheating, they still couldn't get the win, and our guy here in the yo managed to farm up almost 6,000 damage. Well played indeed. So hopefully, as I've said, hopefully the bug has been fixed, but if it's not, then just turn off your chat and put it back on later on, and it should definitely be fixed. So don't do it, guys. It's not worth doing. You could lose maybe your account, you could be banned, you could be some other consequences, I don't know, but it really isn't worth it. If you know what the code is as such to lag people out, just don't do it. It really isn't worth it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all very soon. Bye bye. With